I just want to welcome Doug G. Come on up, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty fat. How we doing tonight, man? Slona? Yeah! Let's give it up for our host. Yeah, he wasn't lying. My name is Doug G. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I used to be in the military. And people always ask what that was like, you know? I tell them it's a lot different than you think it'd be. I remember there was one time we had a guy who failed the test. And as punishment for failing that test, he got locked in the closet for 12 hours a day for 4 straight months. I remember back in the day in the military, when you fucked up, they would beat the shit out of you. They'd make you do push-ups, they would PT you until you died. Now, they send you in the closet for timeout. That's some shit I saw on Super Nanny. Super Nanny is now teaching the military how to instill discipline. I was talking to one of my other friends who's still in, he said that they're required to have a Facebook now. They're required to have a Facebook so they can do things like turnover and in and out process a base all on Facebook. Does it make anybody else feel a little bit less safe knowing that our national security is so dependent on a social networking site? Especially when the creator and CEO of that social networking site is so notorious for betraying all of his friends for money. He was actually so notorious for it, there was a major motion picture made about it. Pootie Tang? Anybody seen it? I used to be in the military, and now I'm doing comedy. I love doing comedy because women love comedians. Yeah, it's true. I mean, since I started doing comedy, I've gotten laid like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it turns out I haven't gotten laid since I started doing comedy. And that's not even a joke, that's just sad. But maybe one of the ladies in this crowd would be willing to help me out with that last part. How about you in the black? What's your name? The one who's not paying attention to what I say. What's your name, sweetheart? Jolene. Jolene? Alright, Jolene, how would you like to come over to my house tonight for a nice candlelight dinner? And what's for dinner, you ask? Hot Pockets. Because nothing says I want to make love to you all night long quite like microwaving a Hot Pocket. It's the freezer section's aphrodisiac. You know what the best part is about having a Hot Pocket on a date? Is that if the date doesn't fuck you, you can always fuck the Hot Pocket. But come on, people, come on! Well, it ain't like Hot Pockets, how are you not supposed to fuck them? You know what I mean? I mean, you got pocket pussies, you got pocket asses, you got pocket pool, and you got Hot Pockets. You see how that can get a little bit confusing to a guy like me Saturday night when I've had a fifth of whiskey to drink? Oh shit, which one I eat, which one do I fuck? Yeah, I gotta fuck it. So what do you say, you want to come over after the show?
Call my husband in.
I'll take that as a no, but let me buy you a drink then. Hey waitress, can we get her a drink on me? Water? Tap water? And put some of those crushed up pills in there I gave you earlier. I was listening to that song Crazy Bitch on the way in here. We got any crazy bitches in the crowd tonight? Yeah, we got a couple. And I'm not talking about the girl who calls herself a crazy bitch because she has like 2 margaritas to drink with the girls after work on Friday at the local bar. I'm talking about the girl who calls herself a crazy bitch because she installs a hidden camera in your bathroom so she can watch you shit. I'm talking about the girl who calls you at 3 o'clock in the morning, wakes you up, and yells, "Who are you fucking?" into the phone. Every guy has their own crazy bitch story. Here's mine. So me and this girl will come back from a nice dinner date, right? Olive Garden, because I'm a classy guy. And she wants to go back to her place so we can watch some shitty movie that I don't want to watch in the first place. But I'm not exactly a Greek god anymore at this point in my life. And if I want to get something, I'm going to have to do some things that I wouldn't normally do. Like watch this movie. So anyways, we go back to her place, and we go into a room to get this movie, and I see an NSYNC poster on one wall, a Backstreet Boys poster on the other wall, stuffed animals everywhere, and Disney movies on VHS. I'm talking about the kind of rumor you expect Chris Hansen from NBC's Dateline to come walking in any second. I looked over in the kitchen and I saw a plate of cookies and I was like, shit. I started running through alibis in my head. I was like, look, I wasn't gonna do nothing, I swear. She told me she was like 25. I was just coming here to tell her what she's doing is wrong. And if you've ever seen that show, that's what everybody always says anyways. But this is like the one time it would have been true. Sort of, because I was gonna fuck the dog shit over here. But thank you, Tommy. It'll be up next. But I remember the days I remember we sat down, we started watching that movie, and this was the worst piece of shit movie I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, this movie was so bad, 5 minutes into it, I was looking for something in the living room to kill myself with. This movie was so bad, I wish that Chris Hansen did come walking in earlier, because then I would be in jail not watching it. This movie was so bad, I was hoping that somebody had cared about getting in a car accident, because then I could just go to the hospital and turn it off. That was that Twilight movie. Has anybody ever seen it? I remember back in the day, you'd go to a vampire movie and you just knew you were going to have a good time. You know what I mean? You knew you were going to go to a vampire movie and you were going to get to see somebody get their blood sucked. Now I go to a vampire movie and the whole time I'm wondering who's going to get their dick sucked. It's probably going to be that werewolf who runs around with his shirt off. But I remember in the days in which she'd come after that, she'd call me like 30 times a day, she'd follow me in her car. She was acting like my dick was solid gold and I paid money. And I don't even see what the big deal is. I don't. Because my dick's not big. My dick's not fucking big. My dick is so small, it's like the size of a can of spray paint.
Well, forget that date then.
So does that mean you're coming over now? I'm confused. Did you give her those pills yet? I'm kidding, I know that's a fucking big dick, people, but come on! Come on, people! You think I got a can of spray paint here? Are you kidding me? I'm a white boy, come on. I remember last night I was on, this girl was just talking about that Twilight movie the whole time, you know? She's like, I wish that my man was a vampire. I wish that my man was one of those men at Twilight. I was like, really? A vampire, really? Well, let's just think about that for a second, okay? A vampire can't see himself in a mirror. That makes grooming difficult. He has to rely on cannibalism to live. And he has no pulse. So, he's technically dead. Women would rather fuck a dead guy than me. Here's a list of things that women want to have sex with, you know, like, at the top, you know, there's like sex toys, you know, like dildos or vibrators. Sorry, guys. And then there's like men underneath that, you know, and then there's women. And then there's like animals, you know. And then there's like spawn of Satan monsters that have to rely on cannibalism to live. And then there's like nothing, like ever for the rest of their life. And then there's like meat byproducts, you know what I mean? Like not even meat, but like byproducts, you know? Like I remember in high school, I had this girlfriend and she wouldn't do anything with my wiener, but she fucked Oscar Mayer's wieners all day long. You know? Yeah, and then there's me, yeah, then there's Doug G. And then there's Tommy Thompson, our next comic. He'll be up here in a minute. He's at the bottom. I'm one up from him. You know, there's a lot of things that guys do to meet women now, you know. Some guys go to bars to meet women. Some guys go to clubs to meet women. Some guys will go online to places like eharmony.com to meet women. I'm not really sure what the right way to meet women is, but I know that what I'm doing is wrong. Yeah. If you've seen 3 of your ex-girlfriends featured on peopleofwalmart.com, you know you're doing something wrong. Alright. As soon as I need life advice, I'll come up here to Mansalona and ask you for any piece of life advice I need. I'll come on and ask the girl in the black in the bar. Thank you. Where the fuck was I? God damn it, I lost my place now. Walmart, oh yeah. God damn it. So, Walmart's gonna start having clinics now. Anybody see this? So if you're sick or need a medical attention, don't go to the hospital. Don't go to the doctor's office. Go to Walmart. Because only Walmart hires the finest medical professionals money can buy. And when I say money can buy, I mean minimum wage. Yeah, I can see it now. I'll be sitting in the doctor's office and the nurse will come in and she'll be like, oh, sweet, fuck yeah, they scored, hell yeah. Yeah, the nurse will come in the room, she'll be like, all right, Doug, the doctor will be in to see you in just a minute. Yeah, as soon as he's done checking people out on aisle 5 and collecting carts in the parking lot. Then he'll be right in and take a look at your gonorrhea. Yeah, gonorrhea. And that's not even a joke, that's just sad. Anyone take any vacations lately? Anybody go anywhere? Nobody went anywhere. Didn't somebody at least go to Traverse City or something? Fuck, it's like a couple miles up the road. Shit. I went to West Virginia recently because I like to party. And I saw that movie Deliverance and I figured they would know how. I got there on a Thursday and I was like, sweet, NASCAR's in town. Because, you know, as white boys get about NASCAR. Yeah, it turns out NASCAR was not in town, just a permanent white trash expo. And I was just a little bit taken back, you know what I mean? I've never been anywhere where people cared more about NASCAR than they did their own teeth. You know? It didn't make sense because everybody there lived in a trailer, you know? Like you have a house you can pull behind your car. Why would you pull it to West Virginia? Anywhere you pull it is better than West Virginia. Oh, pull to California, pull to Florida, pull somewhere nice. Hell, pull to Mansalona. That is better than West Virginia. And it looks like that's what everybody else did. Oh, man. I've been losing some weight lately, you know, and I weighed myself the other day. Just over 300 pounds. If you have lost weight and you need to lose more to get to 300, something has gone seriously wrong in your life. And I'm going to put it in these terms to you because a lot of people just don't get what it's like to be fat. They just don't get it. If you've ever seen the movie 300, I have a pound dedicated to every character in that movie. So if every pound on my body was a Stone Spartan soldier, I could bring the world to its knees. That is how fat I am. Oh, you know, I've been thinking about losing weight. I know I can, but I just don't want to because once you start getting fat, you get these things up here. You know what I mean? You get a little bit of man boobs. And every time I lose weight, I lose like on my belly and everywhere else. You know, and if you're fat, you have man boobs, that's one thing. But when you're a skinny guy, you don't have man boobs anymore, you just have tits. You're just a skinny guy with tits. There is no way I am going to be a skinny guy with tits. If you're a skinny guy with tits, you might as well just tuck your sack back and be a woman for the rest of your life. Because that would be way less embarrassing. I remember there was this girl I used to work with, and she thought I called her a bitch one day, but I didn't. And so she just comes up to me and she goes, "Hey Doug, you got bitch tits." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I never called you a bitch." And she goes, "Oh, well never mind, you don't have bitch tits then." That's one of those things, ladies, where once you throw it out there, there's no take-backs on it or nothing like that. It's like an atom bomb. As soon as you pull the lever, it's going down. So after she said that and took it back, I was like, "Hey Lauren, you're a fucking bitch." But I just wish that my boobs had the same effect on her as her boobs had on me. You know, like, wouldn't that be nice if women like man boobs? Like, I wish that the next time I needed help moving, I could just wear like a low-cut shirt. You know what I mean? Just show off some cleavage. Just put some glitter on my chest or something. Just do a little shimmy. And just shake my tits everywhere. And just like 10 women would just run up to me and be like, "Hey Doug, how are you? I just wanted to say I really like your shirt. And I think you're super cool." And the whole time I just be like, "Help me move, help me move." I'm looking on Tom here.
Keep going.
Alright, let's see here. I'm going to try a new one out for you guys. You guys want a new joke?
Yeah.
Tommy wants a new joke, the rest of you want me to get off stage. Awesome. You know, I watch a lot of news, and I've noticed that there's a lot of celebrities now, and they're trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to tell you how to think. Do we really need to be following the life advice of people in an industry where the leading cause of death is autoerotic asphyxiation? You know, like, I might not drive a hybrid, but I've also never had a close call with death while masturbating. Maybe your problems are a little bit bigger than mine. Here's a piece of advice. I'll give you guys a piece of advice. Don't hang yourself from a shower curtain rod while you're masturbating. That is actually a great piece of advice. It might save your life someday. And on that note, I just crashed and burned, so I think I'm going to step off stage here because that's how I usually like to end my sets. Crashing and burning. Thank you guys very much. You guys have been great.